Well, here it is, Jeff. The moment has arrived.
What are you talking about?
Episode number 200.
Oh, we made it here.
We made it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
The Simpsons are on season number 36, I believe.
Oh, my goodness. Right.
But they've got 5 main characters. How many do we have?
We've got, I mean, if you include Lazy Steve and the like, I mean, we've got lots of characters.
Slideshow Bob. Remember him?
I do remember Slideshow Bob.
With his PowerPoints.
That's right.
We got Lazy Steve, Slideshow Bob, Saswatch.
Who's Embryonic?
Embryonic Mark.
Embryonic Mark, yeah.
Distant Ron. Local Will.
Local Will.
Both of whom make an appearance. Actually, in today's episode, number 200.
Excellent, yes.
So are we going to go with something like we entitled episode 100, Good Enough for Now, a cheesy clip show?
I love a good cheese pun, but I don't think we're going that way this time around, right?
All right, well, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Ad Nauseam podcast, where classical gourmands everywhere can finally get their fill. Join us for a delectable discussion of Greco-Roman civilization stretching from the Minoans and Mycenaeans through the Renaissance and right down to the present. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your hosts, Dr. David Noe and Dr. Jeff Winkle.
Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 200. As always, my name is Dr. David C. Noe. I'm here in the Vomitorium. Vomitorium Central, South, North. What is it?
It's one of those.
Some compass point?
It's Parnassus.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. The Wooded Glen with my fabulous co-host, Dr. Jeffrey T. Winkle.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm feeling great. I can't believe we're here at episode 200, and I'm excited to dive in. Yeah.
Now, today is going to be kind of a light lift for us.
It is. Yeah.
Because the work has been done by our fabulous fans.
As it should be.
Exactly.
Right.
Why should we do all the heavy lifting?
I'm sick of it.
That's right. Am I a Milo who can flex the veins in my brow and snap my headband?
Right. Come on. Enough of that already. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have to say goodbye to something even as we say hello to episode 200.
And what is this?
It's the long-running gag of the middle initial stands for.
Oh, so did we get some complaints?
We did. And in fact, we're going to roll that clip before too long, and folks are going to hear it. But what does this T stand for, therefore, Jeff?
Well, I guess it has, this time around, it has to stand for Toodaloo.
Toodaloo?
Yes.
Which is a way of saying goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah. And how about you? How about that C?
Yeah, well, the C stands for ciao.
Ciao.
Right, which is Italian for goodbye.
Yeah.
Someone gigged us on this, which began at episode 150.
Oh, wait, it's been going
Can
on
you believe
long?
that?
Yeah.
We've been doing 50 episodes of the C stands for and the T stands for.
Okay, I was reacting, when you mentioned this with a little bit of umbrage, but now I'm kind of like, well, maybe it's time for this to go.
It's time to retire this one. So as we get into it, we have a shout out.
All right.
Jeff. This young lady has a very special privilege, you might say, or I don't know, a kind of ignominy, that she gets the shout out for the clip show, episode 200. Why don't you roll that?
Yes. She writes, "Hey everyone, it's Blake Henriquez." She offers the pronunciation help. Hen like a chicken. I appreciate that. Right.
Henriquez.
And she is from Atlanta.
Yeah.
She says, "I've done a good bit of Greek and Latin in the past, but mostly I've been working with biblical theological texts, and I've had only intermittent exposure to the classics."
That's how you get a classical suntan. Exposure.
That's right.
You go out into the classics. You sit there for a few
while.
minutes. You get a kind of a wristwatch tan line.
Yep.
From the classics. Then you go back inside.
Back inside, exactly right. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so short exposure has been intermittent and usually in English translation.
Okay.
You want to pick it up there?
Sure. She says, "I've really been enjoying the opportunity to begin broadening my horizons with language study, and this podcast has already been so helpful by giving me a sense of broader philosophical, literary, and theological considerations to think through. I'm very much looking forward to continuing this journey with you all, and..."
Thanks for all you do, Drs. Noe and Winkle.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
Yes, thank you, Blake.
Thank you, Blake.
Keeping the flame lit, studying the Greek and the Latin, and tuning in.
Down in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia, which is the Athens of the South.
Is that right?
Not to be confused with
Isn't there an Athens,
Nashville,
Georgia?
Tennessee,
Right.
which is the Athens of Tennessee.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Thank you, Blake. That is awesome to hear. And we're glad that you're listening, and we'll keep listening.
So, Jeff, as we get started, the first clip is going to be from Ron Denholm.
Better known as Distant Ron.
That's right. Let's roll clip number 1.
Hi, guys. Mark my words. It's Ron from Down Under, the Latin list guy. I guess you also call me Remote Ron. I first got into looking at your fabulous website podcast after flailing around looking for something that had a little bit more quirk than normal analyses of ancient history. And I love the way you combine your classic training with your classic humour. Fantastic job. And guys, congratulations, seriously, on 200 episodes. Amazing consistency, amazing eclecticism, and that keeps me coming back. In fact, I got into classics through doing a course at university called The Tradition of Classical Thinking, and I did a paper on Marot, and that inspired me to go into teaching. So I guess you're a complete complement to what I've experienced and to my ongoing thinking about how utterly important the Greco-Roman tradition is. Again, guys, all the very best. Bye-bye.
Well, there's Ron. What do you think, Jeff?
That was fantastic.
It was.
It was great to put a voice with the mythical being.
That's correct. So is it remote Ron or distant Ron?
I kind of like remote Ron. I mean, I like the alliteration.
I like
there.
it too.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I especially liked where Ron said that he was flailing. Images of Ron flailing down under.
You enjoy that?
A little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that he said he was looking for something with a little more quirk.
Yes.
So this suggests to me perhaps a new slogan. You do the work, we bring the quirk.
We bring the quirk.
Exactly.
I like that. I can see that on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, his experience with Maru.
Paper on Maru.
That's fantastic.
Who writes a paper on Maru?
Right. Distant Ron does.
Yeah.
That's who.
Thank you so much for listening, Ron, and we hope that many others down under, marsupials primarily, will be listening to Ad Nauseam.
Indeed.
Shall we roll clip number 2?
Let's do it.
Dr. Noe, Dr. Winkle, this is Grant from Ohio of episode 90, Shout Out Fame. And I just want to thank you guys again for your awesome podcast. And I want to say that, one thing I can really commend your podcast for is I don't detect any brackish tang. I think there's some other podcasts out there that have a little brackish tang, but I'm thankful that your guys does not. And this is a little nerdy, but I whipped up a little armchair sonnet touching on a few themes from the podcast, so I thought I might just read it off here real quick. And it goes like this. There is an older woman who sits among three. The Latin class she audits has begun again this spring. For the students it is required and anything but free. Why she's there at her age, even the prof is wondering. If you don't mind us asking, not meaning to be rude, why just now learn a language in your later stage of life? She looks upon her youngers in a cheerful mood. She speaks with warmth and grace as a grandma, mom, and wife. Why learn to play guitar or build a chair from wood? Why plant flowers in the garden or sketch a lovely face? Why climb a rocky crag or make a meal that's good? Or perfect the game of Yahtzee like me in any case? Language soothes my weary soul, it helps my insomnia. I love it for its beauty, and more, Vincent Omnia. Love conquers all things. Thank you guys again. Take care. And here is to 200 more. Thank you so much.
So there's Grant Hayden.
That was fantastic.
A sonnet.
A sonnet, yes. Yeah. And as I'm listening, following all of the metrical rules and the rhyme scheme. And
very good.
All the way through, and then that kind of the couplet at the end.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He said Ohio, right?
Yes, Grant from Ohio.
So he's the bard of Ohio. That's incredible.
That was great.
It was.
Man, I love that. Yep.
And I especially like the way he said of episode 90, fame. Mm-hmm. What did you think about the brackish tang? He detects no brackish tang.
Yes, that's very kind of him to say. And we do our best to try to eliminate the tang.
There's plenty of, what was it? Trackish bang.
Yes, exactly.
Snackish twang.
That's right.
That was yours.
That's right. Yeah.
But brackish tang.
No brackish tang. So I appreciate that. I take that literally, and we're doing our job well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Grant, for listening. And shall we roll clip number 3?
Let's do it.
So this one comes from Dan Hogg. Let's roll the clip.
Hello, Dr. Noe. Thank you and Dr. Winkle for your podcast. It's one of the highlights of my week. I preach twice a month at a Lutheran church, teach weekly catechism, and do the monthly calendar. In one of your podcasts, I don't remember which one, you mentioned how the Greeks liked to make lists of their great works of literature. This made me think of the early church selecting the books of the canon, and was wondering if you or Dr. Winkle thought that perhaps the early church was aware of this and realized they were doing something similar in determining the canon. Also, in your last podcast on Professor Suter, did the Apostle Paul speak Latin? It was very good, but I was wondering, did you guys really talk about, or did Suter talk much about the fact that since Paul was a Roman citizen, he must have known some Latin? Maybe I missed it. Thanks again for your podcast, and God bless.
So there's Dan Hogg,
Yeah,
Jeff.
Yeah. Again, thanks so much for tuning that in.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the episode where we talked about lists.
I don't remember that either, but what an insightful question.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he said one of the highlights of my week. I feel a little bad for him, right? This is the highlight of your week? No,
right.
I'm just kidding. I know he means it as a very high compliment, and I'm grateful for that. So Dan lives out in Iowa, and we have some correspondence from time to time, but you talk about a person who's devoted to important things, right? Working for his church, catechizing, hardworking guy, and loves the classics.
Yeah. And to attend to a specific question about Paul knowing Latin, I would agree that it was the world that he lived in, travels that he made, it would have been unavoidable,
Exactly,
and probably in some ways impossible to think that he couldn't have known some Latin.
Sure.
Did he speak it?
Right.
Did he have experience writing in it? That's I think a more difficult question to answer.
Yeah, it wasn't in any sense a requirement for Roman citizenship in a place like Tarsus, but Paul wasn't your average individual. He was highly cosmopolitan.
Yep.
Perhaps it's a little bit like the way in which people in the United States, everyone knows Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are very few people who can actually speak it with fluency.
Right.
But I'm not going to bring up like a chalupa joke here. But
You want to.
I want to. But in some parts of the country, you have to know a fair amount of Spanish because it's just spoken so commonly.
Exactly.
Maybe that's a rough analog?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of rough analogs, it's time for clip number 4.
Dr. Noe, Dr. Winkle, congratulations on 200 episodes. I love the show. I've been listening faithfully since April of 2024. I've listened to many back episodes before that time. Every episode has been enlightening, entertaining, and enjoyable. Admittedly, the subjects most commonly discussed are outside of my area. Therefore, the show has introduced many new topics that have piqued my interest. And because the show deals with subjects that are outside of my educational upbringing, I appreciate the manner in which the material is presented. It's a great combination of serious discussion and humor. Your personalities really come through in each episode, which brings a personal touch that I appreciate. It sometimes feels as if I'm sitting there in the room with you. Sorry for the use of the word Phil, Dr. Noe. I do personally like the longer introductions that recently were criticized, but that's just me. Keep up the good work. I hope there will be another 200 episodes.
So there we have Rob Berhorst.
Yep. Thank you so much, Rob.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder to, I think, our audiences that you can always go back and listen to past episodes.
Yeah, that stuck out to me too.
You don't have to just pick up and kind of and carry on from where we are.
Right. Now, is this a common thing in the world of podcast listening that people think there's a certain kind of sequential nature to the experience?
I think so. I think there's also kind of the sense that if you're picking up kind of right at the current moment, it's going to be more polished. It's going to be better. And if you go back far enough, it's going to be clunky. And so I hope that's not the case with our show.
So I think for some of the episodes, specifically the series, right? If you jumped into or you were dropped into the middle of the Aeneid, that could be a little bit disorienting.
Indeed, yeah.
But somebody mentioned to me recently that what they like about the show, since this show is all about the show, right? Was that they were episodic, right? You could have a little bit of listen here, a little bit of listen there.
Yeah.
You don't have to really follow along.
Right.
If you were dropped down in the middle of the Odyssey, for example, that series, and you listened to, I don't know, we did 10, 12, 15, something like that, you'd have no idea that we covered the Iliad in 4 episodes.
That's very true.
Even though it's much longer than the other epic.
Yeah. So I feel bad about that. I feel like we need to revisit the Iliad at some point. But hey, Rob, we appreciate he's been listening for about a year and a half now, and he's pro banter.
I was just going to say, I really like this about Rob, that he's pro banter, because there are some listeners who get so angry when they hear the banter that they go into kind of a rage, and they turn green and their muscles swell, and they pop the buttons on their Oxford and their pants go purple.
Yeah, exactly.
They're kind of like a Bruce Banter.
See, those people, they asked for that.
They're asking for that.
Yeah.
Shall we roll clip number 5?
Let's do it.
Salvete, doctores. Thanks for your podcast. I really enjoy your witty repartee and the wisdom and knowledge that you both bring to the subject matter. Having studied a bit of Latin in my own youth, I thought I would share with you my favorite Latin story. It starts when I asked my beloved professor in college if he would be willing to teach our class how to speak Latin. He was of Italian extraction and spoke it in the ecclesiastical manner, and he replied, "Well, I could, but who are you going to talk to?" And he laughed at me. Well, that summer I ended up in a study abroad program to Italy with the same professor. I went ahead a day to have a little extra time in Rome, and through a series of unfortunate events revolving around me not speaking Italian, I failed to meet up with the rest of the group for the chartered bus to our university home for the summer. I decided I would make my own way to the university, so I boarded a train and headed in the right direction. Again, my lack of Italian started to cause problems because I could not understand the announcements over the train and did not know precisely where I was at any given point. It was at that moment that my classical training saved the day. As I sat there by my lonesome, an elder Catholic priest boarded the train and sat down beside me. He was a friendly fellow and attempted to make some conversation. Unfortunately, I still did not speak Italian, and he did not know English. He walked through a litany of languages that he did know: French, German, Spanish, Hebrew, Greek, Latin. "Ah," I said, "dico Paulum Latine. I speak a little Latin." I then proceeded to explain the situation to him in my halting Latin, for I had never learned to speak it properly. He understood my situation. He helped me identify which stop was mine, and he even got off with me and bought me a cup of coffee and provided me some mints from his pocket for the road. I took a taxi from there to the university, and as Providence would have it, I spotted a couple of my classmates walking along the road. Thus, Latin truly saved my proverbial bacon in time of need. So, keep up the good work, and curate ut valeatis.
All right, Jeff, so who was that?
That was Quintus T. Publius.
Oh, so we allow pseudonyms in audience member submissions?
Only on landmark episodes such as this. Yes.
All right.
But
we didn't get anything from Penford Plumright.
No, we did not.
John Rollerball.
That's right.
Larry Bick.
Yeah, some of our other kind of favorites. Yeah,
pen names. Nothing from them.
Nothing.
So what do we think?
Hey, what a cool story. I mean, he found a way of speaking Latin. Saved his bacon. His proverbial bacon.
Yeah, not his prosaic bacon.
Yes, I have to say that in all my time studying the classics, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where speaking Latin was imperative to saving my bacon or otherwise. Yeah,
but I have to say this particular audience member put a lot of thought into this.
Indeed,
spent a lot of time on it. We're grateful for the listen and for just the devotion to the classics generally.
Mm-hmm.
That's really sweet. Thank you so much, Quintus T. Publius. Here's where I could say something like this.
What you have something to say?
Well, I mean, he might, if he wants to use a pseudonym, I'm all in favor of it, but he might say Q. Titus Publius. Because the standard, is to shorten the praenomen, like Publius just goes as P, right, and then the nomen Virgilius, and then the cognomen is Maro, right? So P. Virgilius Maro, for example.
Yes,
exactly. Not going to push it too far.
All right, so if Quintus wants to take that, we can call him Q.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Shall we roll clip number 6?
Number 6.
Hello, my name is Will Fitzgerald, and I'm a retired computer scientist in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I've been listening to the Ad Nauseam podcast since the end of 2023, I think, although I've known about the Moss Greek class since 2021. Dave and Jeff perhaps know me best as an auctor corrigendorum because I send in a correction or 2 or maybe even 3 if the conversations get especially freewheeling. I enjoy the interviews the very best, and also very much enjoy it when the good doctors read old books slowly about old times like Maru. Congratulations on reaching episode 200. It's quite an accomplishment. If you keep making episodes, I'll keep listening and correcting.
Well, you know what my favorite part about that clip from Will is that there was not one actual corrigative in there.
Oh, he's hoisted on his own something.
And I heard him talking and introducing himself. I thought,
threatening.
So what did he find wrong now?
Exactly.
But it was actually very nice.
It was local Will. The unmistakable voice.
Yes.
I liked many of the things he said. Specifically, he said he has to send in a corrigendum or 2 or 35, whatever his words were.
Yeah.
If the conversation becomes especially, quote, freewheeling.
Freewheeling, yeah.
Well, this inspires me maybe to take a page from 1970s television.
Okay.
Do you remember Smokey and the Bandit?
I do.
Yes. Was it Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds was the eponymous Smokey. Yes,
okay, but maybe I'm confusing this with another show where the guy's riding around in the semi-trailer with the baboon.
That's BJ and the Bear.
BJ and the Bear?
Yes.
But the bear is not a bear.
No, the bear's
an orangutan.
It's an orangutan, yes.
I kind of got that confused with Gentle Ben.
Oh,
no, Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams, right?
Yes, because there is an actual bear in Grizzly Adams.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Not to be confused with either of the other shows.
No.
So how does Cannonball Run fit into this?
Cannonball Run that's another Burt Reynolds vehicle.
Okay, and so to speak.
Dom DeLuise. Yeah.
The chef?
What are you talking about?
Dom DeLuise? I thought he was a chef.
No, you're thinking of somebody else.
Okay.
The Creole guy, yeah.
So freewheeling, right, is where the guy's riding around in his semi-trailer with the orangutan. And he just goes anywhere he wants.
I guess so.
And he has adventures and misadventures.
Right. It's never explained, I don't think.
Okay. But that would be quintessential freewheeling.
Yeah, it would be very freewheeling, exactly.
Kind of like we're doing now, and the sort of thing that might elicit from Will a corrigendum.
I guess I get the sense that Will, if it gets too freewheeling, he wants to lasso that thing and bring it back between the rails.
Okay.
Right? And so we appreciate that.
We do appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah.
And speaking of being lassoed back between the rails, it's time for a segue into the ads.
David and Jeff, this is Mark Hellweg of Ratio Coffee Machines, and I just wanted to send a note of congratulations on passing 200 episodes of Ad Nauseam. By my rough calculation, that's over 2 million words spoken. I mean, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. You two have continued to open up my eyes to the beautiful world of the classics, and there's the added bonus of connecting my coffee maker business with people who love great coffee and good design. The busy modern world needs to rediscover ancient things to think about, and I'm so excited to partner with you two for many more millions of words to come.
This episode of Ad Nauseam is brought to you by Mark Hellweg.
Well, there it was, Jeff.
Yeah.
The man himself.
Selling
his own coffee machines.
Right. And giving us some nice compliments along the way.
Oh, great. And did you have some coffee this morning?
I did.
Okay. Yep. Ratio 8?
Ratio 8, yeah.
The 4 at the office?
4 at the office. I had a cup there as well.
Many different buttons to push?
Very simple, actually.
Okay.
It's a one-button experience. It cycles you through those phases, the bloom, the brew, and you're ready. That's it.
Was there any kind of an android or automaton, perhaps someone in a terrible astronaut accident?
What?
Well, I'm thinking back to 1970s television.
Oh, yeah.
In a terrible astronaut accident whom they had to put back together. We have the technology. We can rebuild him.
We can rebuild him. That's right. Exactly. You're talking about Steve Austin.
I am.
Yes, the $6 million man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's right.
He was in Cannonball Run, wasn't he?
I'm not sure. I can't vouch for that. Yes.
But, I mean, I'm wondering about those prices.
Yeah, well, I mean, $6 million man today, that's a bargain.
It is a bargain.
It is.
That can't even get you a 2-bedroom in East Grand Rapids.
No way, exactly.
Rebuild the entire guy.
Right, $6 million man, yes, please.
Yes, exactly. So he comes down in the morning, Steve Majors does, and presses the button with the oyster shell accents and the oyster shell color and the walnut accents. And what does he get?
He gets the perfect cup of coffee
every time.
Every single time. So you're saying the $6 million man has a ratio on his counter?
Of course he does.
Okay.
Of course he does. And if you want to be like the $6 million man or the Bionic Woman.
And who doesn't?
Which was played by Linda Carter.
No, she was Wonder Woman.
Okay.
The character's name
but they both had superpowers.
Jamie Summers was her name.
Okay. How do you know so much about this?
I loved those shows.
Okay.
Is that? Yeah.
So either Steve Majors.
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin. Yes. Oh, I'm so confused. Or the other one.
The other one, yeah.
If you want to up your coffee game like them, what should you do?
You should go to ratiocoffee.com. Find one of these wonderful machines. Drop them in the little grocery satchel.
RatioCoffee.com/ad nauseum.
Sorry. Yes, that's right.
Because we're an affiliate. Then enter this coupon code, Winkle.
Yes, it is AN ratio 2025.
And that will get you
$20 off your entire order.
Plus X-ray vision.
Indeed.
This episode of Ad Nauseam is also brought to you by the fine folks at Hackett Publishing. Jeff, let's have your most distilled factoid about Hackett. If you had to boil it all down to your elevator speech, what would you say?
For me, I would just simply show them the cover of the Bacchae translation with Elvis Presley on the front. You know, a lot of our some of these clips that have been sent
That's
in,
right.
People like our combination of humor, quirkiness, and erudition.
Well, I don't think anyone actually said erudition.
Well,
we desperately wanted them to.
Right, exactly. It was implied.
Okay.
It was implied. But I see that with a clever, like the Elvis Presley driving the young girls crazy as a corollary to Dionysus.
As a Pentheus or Dionysus.
Yes, and that's a perfect combination of cleverness and erudition. It's brilliant.
You got to keep the classics relevant, which means not changing the stories, but tweaking the presentation a little bit.
Yes, and that's what Hackett does
and they've
very
been
well.
doing it for what? Now, you have a birthday coming up. They've been doing it for...
nearly 55 years.
Incredible. They have offices in Cambridge, Ma, and Indianapolis Inn. Mm-hmm. And if you go to their website, hackettpublishing.com, that's Publishing. We trust you can spell Hackett. Mm-hmm. And check out their wide catalog. Put your items in your little grocery satchel. Put your little quarter in to get the cart working.
Yep.
And then what do you get?
Then you get two amazing things.
Yes.
Did you say the coupon code?
I didn't.
Right. The coupon code you put in is AN2025.
Right.
So AN like ad nauseum plus the current year. And that will get you 20% off your entire order and free shipping.
Up and at them.
Dave, are you ready for art that truly speaks to your story?
Always.
Excellent. Well, then
I am tired of art that speaks to someone else's story.
I've had it with that too.
Girl with a pearl earring? I can't relate.
No, none of that. Right. So you and everybody else out there needs to meet Della, a Tucson-based oil painter who captures the people, places, and moments you cherish with breathtaking detail.
She captures them?
She captures them, yes,
Okay.
and then releases them.
All right.
Yep. She's showcased her work in multiple galleries, illustrated books, and is often commissioned for standout projects. You can see her current works for sale at her website, dellachelpka.art. That's DELLACHELPKA.art. To find your inspiration, visit dellachelpka.art and use the coupon code Apelles.
Apelles?
Yes, you know who Apelles is, right?
Yes, I think he was in Grizzly Adams or Gentle Ben.
He had a cameo in Cannonball Run 3.
Yeah, he was in Magnum P.I.
Yeah.
Simon and Schuster. What was the name of that show?
Simon and Simon.
Simon and Simon.
Another good. Boy, I could just keep going on.
The two detectives who published books.
That's right. All right, we got it.
Sorry,
Will is out there listening. He's saying,
"Oh man,
this is getting freewheeling."
Yeah, it's too freewheeling.
No, but Apelles, Apelles, was the great painter of antiquity.
Okay, right. Featured in the Moss Reader.
Oh, really?
Yes, where one of his apprentices paints something, and he says, "Look, Apelles, I painted this in one day." And Apelles very drolly says, "I'm surprised you weren't able to paint many of those in one day."
Oh, man, that's harsh.
That's a roast.
That is a roast, yes. So, but if you type in this coupon code, dellachelpka.art, APELLES, you will receive your special ad nauseum discount of 10%.
Check it out. All right, Jeff, as we get back into it, we once again have very little work to do because the audience is finally pulling its own weight.
We got to do this every week.
Doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So let's roll clip number 8.
All right.
Hello, Doctors David C. Noe and Jeffrey T. Winkle. This is Justin from Eastern North Carolina, where I serve as a Reformed Baptist pastor and also have the joy of serving around 1,500 homeschool families here in the eastern part of our state with classical conversations where we do Latin. And it was in that regard some years ago that I was trying to go deeper and stumbled upon your podcast. And it has been a journey and a lot of fun. I really appreciate the conversations that you guys have, the way you relate to each other. Keeps it entertaining as well as educational. My favorite episodes are probably the ones on the Oracle at Delphi and Parnassus, Father's Founding. I really enjoyed the episodes on Goliath. The connections that you guys made there that I had never noticed before, I thought was really interesting. And I've enjoyed Ovid's vignettes. Hope one day you guys will do something on C.S. Lewis and his use of the ancient gods in his space trilogy. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. It's been consistently a 5-star podcast until you guys started that whole middle initial gag. Maybe went down to 4.5 stars at that point. I do think this 200th episode is a great time to move on from that particular gag. But in all seriousness, it has been a lot of fun. Thank you for what you're doing, and I hope there will be many, many more. Take care, guys.
So what do you think, Jeff, of Mr. Nail?
So this is the guy that wanted us to drop the middle initial gag. So I'm fine with that. I think he made a good case.
He did make a good case.
Yes, he did. Yep.
He had facts. He had evidence. Mm-hmm. He, kind of, I would say, he was gentle about it. He didn't say, change it or else I'm never listening again.
Right.
The C stands for contrarian.
Exactly. He kind of sweetened it with lots of nice words.
Yeah, hail him and Justin nail him. That's what... That's what they say. Say something nice before you say something mean.
Indeed, yeah. I love his idea of covering some C.S. Lewis.
Yes.
It's a great idea.
I just recently listened to Out of the Silent Planet, Paralandra, and that hideous third novel. What's it called?
Oh, yeah.
That Hideous Strength. No, it's very good. And I agree with him. That would be excellent to talk about the gods as they're presented in there.
Yeah, exactly. And it reminds me, years ago, I wrote that book chapter on the connection between the Dawn Treader and Apuleius.
That's right. Yeah. He also listed favorite episodes. Yep. The Oracle at Delphi. What's that? It was something about don't look behind the curtain. Was
that what it was? Yeah, right. Like
we played a little bit of We're Off to See the Wizard.
Yeah, that's right.
As a little audio clip there. Yep. He liked Father's Foundings, and he liked the 2 Goliath episodes.
Yeah, those are my personal favorites right up there too.
Yeah. Actually, mine too. Really appreciate that. So Justin, thanks for listening. Thanks for being out there and giving us somewhere between a 4.5 and a 5.
Yeah.
We're going to try to bump the needle back a little bit, earn your trust by letting go of that gag.
I'm sure we can probably bring in something new that will irritate him, though.
Oh, yeah. Already working on it. Thanks for listening.
All right, next up we have Caroline Lawrence.
Caroline Lawrence?
Who we once featured on this show.
The best-selling author who lives in London right next to the Thames?
That's right, exactly. And so she was talking about her book, Queen of the Silver Arrow.
That's right. She writes all these Roman mysteries for kids.
Yeah.
She's a big star, I understand, in the UK.
Yeah, it was a huge get to have her on the program.
That's right. So
That's so nice of her to leave a clip behind.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Hey guys, this is Caroline Lawrence in London, England. I just wanted to congratulate you on your 200th episode. I was honored to guest on an episode a year or two back, and I just wanted to say that I still listen and enjoy them hugely, even though I don't give feedback. I especially love all your episodes connected to Virgil, and you've helped inspire me to write a short retelling of the Aeneid from the point of view of a dog. You know how T.S. Eliot in his poem, The Addressing of Cats, says, "A cat is not a dog"? Well, in my new retelling, the faithful friend of Aeneas, Achates, is a dog. Thanks for all your inspiration and bad puns, and keep up the good work.
Hey, that is lovely to hear from her.
Very nice.
I'm really glad that Caroline for taking the time to record that little message.
Yes.
And I'm excited about this retelling of the Aeneid.
Yes, Fides Achates, right? Fidos Achates, faithful Achates.
Yep.
Right, the companion of Aeneid. Aeneas. I can't say anything.
Yeah.
That's going to be excellent.
It's going to be great. And I'm a dog person, so I love this idea.
Yeah.
Yep, fantastic.
I also like the way that she took a moment to roast us a little bit, keep up the bad puns.
Yeah.
But perhaps Caroline does not remember that during our long Virgil series, she especially liked the title of one episode, Male Pattern Baldric.
That is a pretty good one, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
A baldric is a kind of shield.
Yes.
And we were talking about men at war.
That's right.
She liked that one. Caroline, you're listening. You liked that one. So I don't know, calling it a bad pun, but then secretly laughing.
I mean, I heard it's so bad, it's fantastic. That's how I heard that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Caroline, for the nice words. And moving on from there, Jeff, let's roll the next clip.
To my fellow classical gourmands, all the way from Australia, g'day. This is Thomas Flynn. You may remember me as the listener who lives rent-free in Dave's head. But that's enough teasing of our hosts. Congratulations on 200 episodes. Here's to 200 more. There are too many to mention a favorite, so I'll just single out the first one I ever heard, episode 14, Cicero Falls at Formiae. In fact, I just discovered I never actually finished one of the episodes Dave often mentions, episode 12, Theogony and the Ecstasy, so I've got that to look forward to before breaking ground into a 3rd century. Ad multos annos, ace pola eter.
Well, there we have it, Jeff.
Yeah, is
Thomas Flynn.
Is Tom still living rent-free in your head?
Yeah, maybe. As I said in a previous episode, he sometimes gets under my Flynn. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, the Australians, they're really representing.
They are. It's impressive, yeah.
We got Crocodile Dundee, we got Ron Denham, we got Thomas Flynn.
Yeah.
Sting, I think he was on the show once, when we did some Use Your Illusion for classical references in pop music.
Are you saying Sting is an Aussie?
Isn't he?
No, he's a Brit.
No way.
Yeah, come on, man.
What, you're disappointed?
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in that. Yeah,
I really thought he was an Australian.
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay,
that's okay though. But I would love to get
Sting. Can we still be friends?
Sting on the show. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, that's great. I mean, he was quoting some deep cuts there back to episodes 12 and 14.
Yeah, Theogony and the Ecstasy. More gods than bods. He didn't mention that one.
No, exactly. You just wanted to say that.
I did because it's a long shampoo commercial, as we well remember.
That's right. Yeah. But hey, thanks, Tom. We'll get you out of Dave's head at one of these points, right?
Yeah.
But
so are we ready for the next clip?
Let's do it.
All right, Jeff.
Yep.
Salvete omnes. I have been listening to you guys for about 3 years, and I've been teaching Latin for about that length of time. And I just wanted to say that I enjoy the Latin and the Greek and the look into the classics. In particular, I've enjoyed a lot with Carl Richard and the look of how it is historically with the United States. Ovid has been quite a pleasure as well. I figured I wanted to throw at you one question and one comment. The one question I have is, and this is a discussion I've had with coworkers and the place where I work, and what is the most proper way and why is it the most proper way to say the V sound when it comes to Latin? So the way I've been trained is as a strong V versus the W sound. And I'm just wondering, is it arma virumque cano or is it arma virumque cano? Which one fits it better and which one should I be maybe honing myself to say more often to be more accurate? Second, with that line that I just said, I'd love to throw at you the idea of possibly going into the Aeneid or even something with Caesar in his Gallic Wars and some of those writings. They just are something that I think would be a fun thing to hear from your perspective on those. Anyways, keep doing what you're doing and keeping the classics alive, and have been really enjoying it and look forward to the next, we'll see how many more episodes you got in there, but I'm looking forward to the rest of them.
Yeah, that was great. This comes from someone only known to us as
Magister Smith.
Magister Smith.
I think he has a first name, but his Latin teaching also has a last name. It's Smith.
That's right. Yeah.
So he likes the show.
He does. Yeah.
He wants. I couldn't help but notice he wants us to discuss the Aeneid.
Yes.
So that perhaps is a teaching moment.
Okay.
Because it seems to me that we did discuss the Aeneid already. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Over several episodes.
Yeah, I would say several is putting it modestly.
Yeah.
Because we covered the Aeneid in such episodes as number 91, Bride and Gloom.
Mm-hmm.
Number 90, To Live and Let Dido. Number 92, It's Not You, It's Me. Number 93, Come On Baby, Light My Pyre. That was yours. Regatta Love It, Virgil's Aeneid, Book 5, Episode 95. Bow Wow, Virgil's Aeneid, Book 6. That's about the descent into the underworld, you might remember. Dis is the Place, Aeneid, Book 6. What's that? Sorry. If Dis is it, please let me know. We were really milking the underworld, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Dis is where it ends. Eye of the Tiber. The Fury's still out on this one. The First Time Ever I Saw Your Faces. That's number 106. And so on and so forth.
So what you're trying to say is Magister Smith, if he dips into our back catalog, he's going to find exactly what he's looking for.
Things like Signed, Shield, Delivered, which was yours. A night to dismember, and I digress.
Yes, yeah. So, but I think his idea about tackling the Gallic Wars, great idea. We have not done any Caesar. I think we had an episode on the assassination.
Yes, Ides baby.
That's right. But we haven't talked about any of Caesar's writings.
No, his conquest. Yep. That would be an excellent set of episodes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening.
All right, Dave, we got one last clip.
Yep, we'll roll this last one from my friend Byron.
Hello, friends. My name is Byron Snellings, and I'm an avid listener to Ad Nauseam podcast. I first became acquainted with the podcast when I heard Dr. David C. Noe on a separate podcast, and he was actually advertising his Calvin's Latin Bible. And, towards the end of the interview, Dr. Noe was asked about his other ventures and other projects that he's a part of, and Ad Nauseam was one of them. And he also mentioned his Moss method and his Lingua Latina per se illustrata. And so I have, that was about 12 months ago, and I've become a very happy partaker of the classics along with Ad Nauseam. And so I like to listen while I am at work, which I am now. I am a stone cutter. And so that is proof that you do not have to be an academic to enjoy the classics. I'm a skilled tradesman, and it is just awesome to be able to take moments in my day to enjoy texts and stories that are thousands of years old. And so I'm very grateful for that. I am also a grateful student of Dr. Noe's. I have since July become a student of his Moss method, and I'm very happy with my studies there. And it was actually very easy to talk my wife into allowing me to become a student of Dr. Noe's whenever I showed her his prices versus others' prices. And it's a dead giveaway that the Moss method is just one of the best ways, if not the best way, to go about learning ancient Greek. And I am not only a student of Dr. Noe's, but over this past year, I believe I have become a friend of his. And I greatly enjoy the podcast, and I look forward to the many episodes that are to come. And I just want to say thank you guys for giving me this these moments every day where I can enjoy the classics and I can keep them down. Thanks, guys.
Wow, Jeff, that's some high praise.
That's very high praise, and a nice way to kind of end this the clip show.
How kind of you, Byron. Yeah. And did you like the part, Jeff, where in the background you could hear the actual hammering and so forth?
Yeah, exactly. At first I thought it was something that he maybe had filtered in. It was kind of a sound effect, but no he's on site cutting stone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I thought the point he made about you don't have to be a professional,
of course,
in order to appreciate the classics.
Of course,
he hit the nail on the head,
yes,
right? That's
did.
Exactly what we're going for.
That's right.
So I'd like to say, Byron, yes, you are indeed a friend. I would say you are amicus et literarum humaniorum sodalis, a friend and a companion of literature. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So to all of those who sent in clips, the men were a little bit overrepresented.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of ladies who listen because
we've given several shout outs.
That's right. We get some correspondence, and maybe next time around, if we do this again, maybe the ladies will contribute a little more to the airwaves.
Yeah, and extra thanks to Caroline for stepping up and representing.
Yeah.
Right?
She did well.
Yes,
she did excellent.
Yes, indeed.
So we got to get out of here, but there's something big coming up after the typical stuff.
There is? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So stick around.
That's right. But we got to thank some people. Jeff, whom do we need to thank?
We do. Well, before we even thank people, Dave, what if people want, like Byron, they want to learn some Greek or Latin? How can you help them?
They need to go to latinperdiem.com, and they need to check out my Greek and Latin courses. The Greek course takes you from
neophyte to erudite.
Very nice. And the Latin course is ab initio, from the ground up. You don't need to know any Greek or Latin to start out. I'm thankful to Byron because he stressed something that I repeatedly say, this is an excellent value. Sure, I need to make some money from my work, but I really want to make this available so people can enjoy this wonderful learning. So we got the office hours. Jeff, you keep threatening to pop in at some point.
One of these days I got to do it.
Yeah, and meet our Greek students. There's a lot of material there available. Also on the YouTube channel, more than 2,300 short snippets of Greek and Latin to learn for free. Use the coupon code if you'd like on the website. That's 10PLUS10+ to get 10% off your entire order.
Fantastic. And for people to thank, as always, our wonderful engineer, Mishka. I know there were some people out there that were hoping that Mishka would leave a clip behind.
Yeah, I said the people, Mishka, they want to hear the voice of Mishka.
Yes.
Send something in. She thought about it, but maybe in a future episode.
She wants to remain mysterious. And
I understand.
And I can respect that.
Yep, the mysterious Mishka.
But so thanks to Mishka, as always, and Jeff Sheets, that incredible guitarist. He's the guy who's licks you hear throughout the episode.
Thrill Seeker, the opening and the outro, as well as Rush Hour that surround the ads. The guy can shred. He's out there in Kansas City and very generous to share this wonderful music with us.
Yes, fantastic. And hey, if you want a shout out, if you have an idea for the show, if you have a complaint, if you have a corrigendum, if you want to be like Will, you can do this. You can write to Dave at adnauseam.com. Don't forget that V in there.
Or Jeff at adnauseam.com. Remember, there is a V in adnauseam, ADNAVSEAM. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, check out the website. Pick yourself up a Kwai-Noken t-shirt, sticker, show yourself and show the world that you are taking in the classics and
keeping them down.
Indeed. All right, for episode 201.
Yes,
Dave, what are we thinking?
Well, as we enter the next century, we're going to tackle a pretty complicated but very interesting topic, and that is a book by John Wenham, first published in 1991. It's called Redating Matthew, Mark, and Luke: A Fresh Assault on the Synoptic Problem.
Oh, excellent.
So what is the relationship between the different Gospels? Jeff and I are going to take a look at this, try to combine some real careful academic scrutiny with a little bit of quirkiness.
That's right.
Which is what the people like.
I hope so. And Dave, you have our gustatory parting shot today.
Yes, indeed I do. And this comes from one, let's see, it's MFK Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the book is How to Cook a Wolf.
Oh, goodness.
And according to Wikipedia, Fisher is an American cookery book and or disaster survival guide and or prose poem that was first published in 1942.
That's a lot of things.
Wolf may be the best known of the 20-odd books produced by American food writer Fisher, whose writing has been described as, quote, highly stylized and so lyrical that she is...
Basically a Sappho?
Basically a Sappho.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm completely new to this individual, but she wrote a book, How to Cook a Wolf, and this is what she says. It is easy to think of potatoes, and fortunately for men who have not much money, it is easy to think of them with a certain safety. Potatoes are one of the last things to disappear in times of war, which is probably why they should not be forgotten in times of peace.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So are you thinking of potatoes? Do you remember the potato?
I love the potato.
Like a yam perched on a washing machine?
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
So that's Fisher, and... So now, this is typically where the outro music comes in, but what do we have instead, Jeff?
We've got a special surprise for the audience for this 200th episode.
A long montage of some of the worst gags, dad jokes, and puns.
Enjoy. Welcome, listeners, to episode 145 of the Ad Nauseam podcast. My name is Dr. Jeff Winkle. Here, I'm down in the bunker. I noticed that just looking at myself, I'm dressed a little more casually than you are, Dave, but you came down the stairs in a suit.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Well, I would say, first of all, that you are sartorially indifferent.
Okay.
Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. Vomitorium South here in the bunker. Yes, I'm wearing the makings of a suit.
Yes.
And the coat, actually, true story, I bought at a thrift store.
Okay.
And for the sake of this setup, we'll say it was a three-piece suit.
All right.
And it had a coat, it had matching pants, and then it had like a button-up vest, right? Do you ever wear one of those?
I have never worn a three-piece suit.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't either, but for the sake of the setup. And I'm wearing this suit, and I'm starting to think, is this really a good purchase? Was this worth my money?
Mm-hmm.
Should I have, it's just thrift store, but still I laid out some cash for this.
Of course.
And then I'm rummaging around in the pocket of the vest.
Yeah.
And I find a little tin of Altoids.
Okay, that's weird.
You know what those are, right?
Yeah, it's a strong breath mint.
Yes. And I thought, should I eat a mint from a suit bought at the
thrift store?
So
Yeah.
Yes is the answer. And I popped one in, and it was really quite good. And after thinking about it a little while, I came to the realization, this suit and all of its parts, these were really good investments.
Oh, man.
Shall we just cancel the rest of the episode?
No, we're keeping it. We're keeping it.
Investments.
I got you.
Yeah, okay.
I got you. Well done, sir.
Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 146 of our little podcast. We are down in the bunker, the Vomitorium South. the basement of the RHB Bookstore and Warehouse. My name is Dr. David C. Noe, here with my good friend and mint sweatered co-host, Dr. Jeffrey T. Winkle. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing well. Once again, feeling outclassed by your attire.
Yes.
You got the jacket and tie on and such. But I feel sometimes you do it just to kind of
make you feel bad.
Exactly.
Well, as I age, this is more like my spare attire.
Oh, really?
Say.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But hey, I went to the dentist recently.
I hate going to the dentist.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, I woke up this morning and the sun was gone, so I put on some music to start my day.
Yes.
Then I lost myself in a familiar song.
Yes.
I closed my eyes.
Yeah. And you went away.
I slipped away.
Slipped away. Yes.
Yeah. But then I had terrible tooth pain. Terrible tooth pain.
Terrible tooth pain.
So I went to the dentist.
Okay.
And he took a look around and he saw Marianne walk away.
Yes.
And I said to the dentist, "What's the problem? What do I need?" And he said, "You know what?
I think I know where this is going, but please go on.
It's going to be more than a filling."
I knew it was coming. I still love it.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
More than a filling.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's like a crown and maybe some bridge work.
More than a filling.
That's right. I got to tell you, Jeff.
Yeah. Welcome, listeners, to episode 147 of our humble little podcast, Ad Nauseam, that is. I am down here in the bunker with my good friend and excellent co-host, Dr. David Noe. How you feeling, Dave?
I'm doing pretty well, Jeff. Thank you. It's Vomitorium South, the basement of the RHB Bookstore, and we got a little brief shout out and then a little story I'd like to tell.
All right. Who are we shouting out today?
One Matthew Miser.
Okay.
And not a lot to say about this man, except that, as the French would say, he's a mensch.
He's a mensch.
That's right.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to be.
He's a solid guy, a generous fellow. I know he loves listening to the podcast. He's out in the woods of Pennsylvania, and because of his personal kindness and generosity, I just wanted to give him a thank you here on the air.
Is he lost in those woods? Is he wandering around somewhere?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's a forester.
Oh, really?
Yes.
An actual forester?
Yes.
All right.
So walk, forester, walk. We might say.
Well, excellent. Yes. Well, many thanks for being a faithful listener.
Yes. Yeah. And so I've been doing a little bit of cooking lately.
Oh, okay.
Why are you laughing?
This is a setup, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. What have you been cooking?
I've been currying some chicken.
Okay.
Because my wife is of Caribbean extraction, and I thought I should get in on it and try to do a little bit of currying myself.
Yes.
And my dad happened to be over.
Yep.
Right. And once I rose above the noise and confusion,
yes,
I could kind of get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher.
But did you fly too high?
I did, right? And it wasn't going very well, the cooking, right?
Yeah.
And I said, "Dad, I'm really struggling here. What do you think? Should I persist or should I just quit right now?"
Right.
And guess what he said?
I can guess, but you're going to tell me, right?
He said, "Curry on, my wayward son."
And that gave you the fortitude to finish the dish.
That's correct.
That's awesome. Excellent.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 148. As always, my name is Dr. David C. Noe, here in the Vomitorium South, with my good friend and fabulous co-host, Dr. Jeffrey T. Winkle. How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great. As I was telling you on our way down the stairs here, that I got my grades in for the semester.
All right.
I have about maybe 2 days before the summer semester kicks in.
Excellent.
But I'm really enjoying these 2 days.
You're going to milk these 2 days
Yes.
for all they're worth.
I am, right.
You're going to squeeze in a barbecue, a picnic, a softball game.
I think I'm just going to probably...
Trip to the pool.
You might find me just kind of collapsing fetal on my front lawn. But at least it's sunny out.
There you go.
Yeah,
We've got some great weather. We skipped right past the month whose weather we won't mention.
Oh, yes, exactly right.
Smart.
You just did it.
Well,
yeah.
That's litotes for you.
How are you feeling over there?
Praeteritio.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well. Got a little bit of the blues, despite the great weather. I can't really explain it, but that's the nature of the blues.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can cheer you up with maybe a little story from my past.
Yeah.
You know me. You've known me for many years now.
Many years.
When I get sometimes get reflective about my life, and I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been.
Okay,
right.
I can see where this is going.
So I was thinking about back in my high school days, and science class. And
were you hanging on the promises of this in the songs of yesterday?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
It was exactly at this time where I was doing this.
All right.
And my science teacher, he would have we do these crazy combustible experiments,
right.
and but he kept all the kind of the dangerous stuff in his locker.
Okay.
And I was part of this.
Oh no.
This group where we would sneak in. We found the key to this locker, and we go and we kind of mess with this stuff. Right. I don't recommend this at all.
Is this a setup?
So, anyways, but the problem with this group is that we would often do it at the last minute. All my friends would chicken out. I ended up going by myself. And so we heard a rumor that our science teacher actually got his hands on some like radioactive material.
Oh no!
So I said, tonight we got to do this. We got to check this out there. So I went in, I broke in, opened the locker. I'm waiting for my friends. And of course, they never show up. And I think to myself, here I glow again on my own.
Glow. I have to admit, Jeff, as I was listening,
yes,
I was thinking, this is too obvious. This is too easy. He's putting a lot of work into this. Where's the funny? But then when you said glow, I was just explosively funny.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to keep up with you.
You put that whole thing together.
I did on the drive over.
Wow, that's really nice.
Welcome, listeners, to episode 149 of the Ad Nauseam podcast. My name is Dr. Jeff Winkle.
So I was thinking, recently, thinking back to some memories of when I was a young unmarried man.
Yeah.
And I was seeking to impress the ladies.
Yes.
Right. So I had a clean shirt, new shoes, and I didn't know where I was going to. I had a silk suit, a black tie.
Yeah.
And I didn't know a reason why. Why?
Right. Yeah.
But I was looking good. I was ready for everything. But then as I was walking through this one public area, there was like a fountain there.
Yeah.
Right. And I fell into the fountain, and it was filled with goldfish.
Really? Yes.
And these goldfish, they covered my clean shirt, my new shoes, silk suit, and black tie, and everything.
Yeah.
And I was really worried that this was going to mess up, my efforts to impress the ladies.
Yeah. So this sounds terrible.
It does.
Yeah.
But then I realized that they come running just as fast as they can.
Yeah.
Because every girl's crazy about a carp-dressed man.
Oh man, well done. I was thinking I couldn't see where it was going.
Couldn't see it, could you?
But man, yeah, carp dress man. Yeah, that's true. That's a can't miss dating strategy.
Yeah, exactly. So the question is, have we reached a new low of stupid?
That's quite. I don't know. I think there's still
some room on the bottom.
We hit the bottom of the barrel, but we're tunneling through.
Yes. Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 150, the sesquicentennial episode. How did we get here?
I have no idea.
How are you today, Jeff?
I'm feeling good. I like that the summer weather is here, and I'm out of kind of my regular semester time to relax. And so let me just kind of share a little bit about
let me hear that.
What I've been doing. So I'm not a big drinker. But every once in a while, I like to have a beer and watch the game.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a place I like to go to.
Right.
So I was cruising to the bar on the shore. It's kind of a dive. There's a picture greased its grime on the door, and I was in there, and it was have a drink, watching the baseball game. This guy walked in, and he looked so familiar, and I couldn't place it. It wasn't somebody I knew, but it was somebody famous, and he really resembled. I realized some kind of. He looked like an actor from a 70s sitcom.
Okay.
And I couldn't quite put my finger on it. He was there, he had his drink, and he left. And it finally came to me. And I said to the guy next to me, I said, that dude looks like a Brady. Come on.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
All right.
That's an Aerosmith song.
It is. Yes, it is. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And how are you doing, Dave?
I'm recovering.
Okay.
I'm recovering from that long setup. How long is this going to go on?
I don't know, until it kind of burns itself out.
And it hasn't already a couple episodes ago?
It's problematic because I think we're trying to, every week the gauntlet is thrown down.
It's thrown down further.
Yes, exactly.
Gauntleter.
Right. Welcome, listeners, to episode 151 of our little podcast out here down in the bunker. In what part of Grand Rapids are we even in?
This is the southern part. This is Vomitorium South, where all the greats go to retch.
Is that where they go?
That's correct.
Okay. So yes, I can never keep my directional straight.
That's understandable.
Yes. Okay. You're not one for superlatives, as our listeners
I am
know,
not.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I am the least superlative of all people I know.
So what's the two things you hate?
The things I don't. It's not so much that I hate them.
Yes.
But I can't handle them.
Okay.
They don't have a good effect on me.
There's two things.
Yes, blame.
Yes.
And praise.
Praise. Gotcha. That's what it is.
Anything other than those two, I'm fine.
Okay.
So before you ask how I'm doing, Jeff, how are you doing?
I am doing just fine.
Yes.
I love the weather. Two of my sons are now out of school, and they're enjoying summer. I got one. My oldest is getting through his exams this week, and so it'll be nice to kind of have everybody together.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep them off their devices and getting them out into the woods.
So you don't want to leave them to their own devices, as the saying goes.
That's exactly right. Yeah. But you're doing well?
I am doing well. Yeah. And, I've been thinking lately, back to childhood days, speaking of kids.
Yeah.
When I grew up on the farm, as you know, and we had some cats.
Oh, yeah.
True story.
Just like farm cats?
Yeah, farm cats.
Yeah.
One was named Midnight.
Yep.
And this is an all-black cat who seemed pretty smart on the whole. Mm-hmm. Had an unfortunate demise we won't go into.
Okay.
And the other one was named Muffin.
All right.
So Midnight and Muffin.
Yeah.
And thinking back, I have to say it was the best of times.
Yes.
It was the worst of times.
All right.
It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness.
Uh-huh.
It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity.
Yes.
It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. And sometimes it was the winter of despair.
Yeah.
Me and those cats... those cats and me, we had everything before us. We had nothing before us.
Right.
We were all going direct to heaven. We were all going direct the other way. In short,
yes,
me and these cats, the period was so far like the present period that some of its noisiest authorities insisted on its being received for good or for evil in the superlative degree of comparison only.
Yes, okay. So
in fact, we were having a Dickens of a time. I think that you could say it was a tale of two kitties.
Oh man! Oh man! Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. It was a curveball. I was expecting something from the era of classic rock.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you start off with some Dickens.
Yes.
And so okay, this is something new. That was great. That was fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yes, I love
little known fact: Dickens was paid by the word.
But I'm sorry, what?
He was paid by the word.
Was he really?
His novels were serialized.
Is that why they're so long?
Well, that's what some people say.
Yeah.
I love Dickens.
Do you really?
I love the bombast and the excessive flourish. But some people don't like him at all because they think he is too verbose.
Yes.
They want a lean jejune style.
I gotcha.
Right. You know, a style that hasn't eaten in days and it's starved and can just barely cough up a hairball of a word.
Right, like a Hemingway.
That's right. Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 152 of the podcast. I'm here in the basement of Vomitorium South, with my friend and the guy that I do this with, Jeff Winkle. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing just fine. Do you think that our show has reached the point where we can just simply refer to it as the podcast? You didn't even say what the name of the podcast
I didn't?
is. No.
Okay.
So
Let's start over. Welcome, Ad Nauserinos, to the Ad Nauseam podcast.
Okay. All right. That's better. Yeah.
How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing just fine. So we're actually doing an early morning pod. Well, I guess,
9:12 a.m.?
Yes.
How long have you been awake?
I've been awake since about 5:30. Yeah. So, but this is a lot earlier than we usually do the show.
That is true.
That's right. So how are you feeling?
I'm doing fine.
Because I'm a little...
But I asked how you're doing.
I told you I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, that wasn't very... What's the word I'm looking for? Interesting? That was not very descriptive.
Well, I could go into...
Give the people something
more. All right. Okay. Well, I'm... It's summertime. I have a little bit more free time on my hand.
There's 1 point.
And I've been working on my memoirs.
Oh, have you really?
Yes. And I'm working through a fairly difficult chapter when in my early childhood in 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad and my mom were out of work.
Oh, no.
And so we decided to kind of pack into the old jalopy and head out west.
Really?
Yes. We heard of the promises of, out in California.
Yes.
Might be some more opportunity. And so we kind of slowly made our way across the dust-blown, parts of the Midwest and such.
Oklahoma and Kansas.
Exactly. And just kind of scraping by.
Wow.
My dad was hand to mouth. And, but he got a short-term position on a farm.
Okay.
And he actually made enough money that he came to the crew one night and said, "Hey, we can actually splurge a little."
Okay.
Right? And we know some
No, were you a part of the crew?
I was part of the crew. We had the family, right?
Okay.
And he took kind of the few meager dollars that he had, and he took us downtown to this where we were staying, and there was this really nice French bakery. And he splurged, and we had a nice kind of French breakfast with these pancakes and such.
Right.
But later on,
oh no,
it turned out that it turned on us. We all kind of wound up with horrible cases of food poisoning.
Oh no!
And thereafter, that meal was known as the crepes of wrath. You saw it coming, didn't you?
A little bit.
Right.
When you said dust blown,
yeah, that's right.
I thought about dust bowl. Still.
Yes.
And that headed me in the direction of Steinway.
Steinbeck.
Whatever it is.
Right.
Steinbeck.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Okay.
The payoff was good.
Good. Okay. Excellent.
And it reminds me of a shirt you're wearing.
Yes. That I'm wearing right now.
Exactly.
You want to go into that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So Jeff's wearing a shirt right now that has a kind of a logo of the institution whereby he is employed.
Yes.
GRCC, which stands for Grand Rapids Community College. And right beneath the logo is a kind of a slogan, right?
Well, slogan.
And the slogan says language and thought.
And thought.
Right.
Right.
You care to defend that?
I'm not eager to defend it.
Okay. Why are you wearing it?
Well, this is the department that I belong to.
You belong to the Department of Language and Thought?
I do, exactly. And I'm very proud to be a member of this department, though I've never been crazy about the name of the department.
Okay.
However, so this is a department name that has to encompass a humanities department, has to encompass communications, French, Spanish, and philosophy. So what would be a better name for a department that has that kind of broad umbrella?
So no, I'm responsible for that?
No, I'm asking just kind of, I'm throwing it out there into the ether.
I see.
Right. So, well, I've never been crazy.
Hurling into the ether, as it were.
Exactly. So I've never been crazy about the name of my own department.
Right.
A department which I love, but I've never been able to come up with a better name for it. Not that I've spent a whole lot of time thinking about it.
No.
Right.
No. Has anyone spent a lot of time thinking about it?
Well, clearly from the very beginning, that was not the case.
Right. What strikes me as funny about it is that it's the and part. If it were the language department or the thought department.
Yes.
But it's language and thought.
Well, if it was just the language department,
that part really gets me.
Then I couldn't be in it.
Because you don't speak.
Well, the language refers
to
the teaching of foreign language.
I see. Right. Specifically at GRCC, the French and the Spanish.
The French and the Spanish, and the German and the Arabic.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Welcome, listeners, to episode 153 of the Ad Nauseam podcast. My name is Dr. Jeff Winkle. I'm down here in the bunker with my good friend and co-host, Dr. David Noe. Dave, how you feeling this night?
I'm doing pretty well. We're back in the evening climbs, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yeah. So I kind of like this rhythm.
I do too.
We tried the morning slot a feew times, but
the morning show, the morning commute.
We tried to do like the wacky morning zoo.
That's right.
Yeah, it just didn't work, did it?
What we needed was one of those, squeezable horn things.
Yeah, exactly.
That people use.
Right.
We didn't have
an array of like ridiculous sound effects.
Right.
Well, I mean, if we can find that.
Also needed a weather guy.
You need a weather guy. Yeah, it's complicated.
It's a big production.
It is, yeah.
But you're feeling well, Jeff?
Yeah,
good?
I'm doing all right.
Summer classes going along?
Yeah, just fine. Nothing to really complain about.
Okay.
Except for the heat and the humidity.
Oh, we've had a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't want to be the grumpy old man complaining about the weather, but
that's where we're headed, though, both of us, let's be honest.
It's a little swampy out there.
I don't mind, though. I mean, as long as the sleeping is comfortable, which you can make it so by fans and ACs and so forth.
Yes. Yeah.
Endless cold washcloths, I suppose.
Right. So, yeah, exactly. So, I mean,
I don't. As long as I can sleep, I don't mind the heat during the day.
Yeah, I'm more or less with you. I like relaxing on my front porch with my wife. And,
that's correct.
And seeing the neighbors and talking to people. But man, there are some hours of the day where that sun comes in. It's unbearable.
It bakes you. It puts me back on the streets of Rome in the summer.
Oh yeah.
You spent a summer there, right?
I did.
Trajan's Column.
Yes, I loved it. But man, the heat killed me.
Yeah, it's really something. Speaking of summers.
Yes.
It was 2021.
Okay, are we going back?
A little bit. Okay. I was just putting mind to this. Mrs. Noe and I were on our 25th anniversary trip, and we went to Vegas.
Nice.
True story. And we did some gaming, playing craps like High Point and New York and Die Rich and Crapless Craps. And it's true. And I did my research. And games like Hazard, Banca Francesca, and Sick Bow.
Well, these are all like casino games?
These are all, casino games. But somewhere along the way, I started losing.
Oh, no.
A lot. And I couldn't really find out why. It almost felt like I wasn't really playing at all, that I wasn't in it, so to speak. So I called one of those gambling hotlines.
Oh, you felt like you were like in trouble?
That's right.
Okay.
1-800-GAMBLER, and Kenny Rogers picked up.
What in the world?
But he wasn't selling chicken. And then Kenny, in a Houston drawl, said, "Of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world and all our woe. With loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us and regain the blissful seat. Sing heavenly muse that on the secret top of Oreb or of Sinai didst inspire. that shepherd who first taught the chosen seed in the beginning how the heavens and earth rose out of chaos, or if Zion Hill, and so on.
Kenny Rogers said this?
Yeah, long quote. And then I realized why I was losing. I wasn't really rolling those white cubes with the black dots at all.
What were you doing?
I couldn't even locate them. In fact, I hadn't seen them in weeks. I couldn't find them. And then I realized, thanks to Kenny, that it was a paradise lost.
Well done. Well done, man.
We need one of those horns.
We do need one of those horns. Oh, that was great. Yeah.
It's a long setup.
But it was a long setup. But I mean, just the thought of Kenny Rogers
answering the phone,
quoting Dante.
Dante.
Sorry, Milton.
Yeah. It's okay.
Is funny in and of itself, right?
Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 154. My name, as always, is Dr. David C. Noe. I am in the vomitorium this evening, Vomitorium South. This would be the bunker, the basement of the RHB bookstore and coffee house, with my good friend and fabulous co-host, Dr. Jeffrey T. Winkles. How are you this evening?
I'm feeling really good, Dave. Yeah,
did I mispronounce your name?
You pluralized my last name. It's just Winkle.
Yes, more of you the better, I say.
Right, exactly.
Why would I have done that?
Well, I think it's because we have a note from a listener.
Okay.
A shout out. This is actually a second shout out for him.
Should we give him one?
Wow. I mean, he did identify me as Winkles.
He did. He said, "Dear Doctors Noe and Winkles."
Maybe he was just trying to pluralize like the both of us. Like together we're a duo.
But why didn't he say Noe's is in Winkles?
It's a mystery.
Okay.
Right. So I don't know how far down the rabbit hole we want to go with this.
All right. So
okay.
this is from one Thomas Flynn.
Yeah.
Right. So do you enjoy this, or does it kind of get under your Flynn?
Oh, it's a little bit under my Flynn.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
All right. So Thomas writes, you kindly gave me an extended shout out back in episode 104. I was listening to episode 151, he writes, the second episode on Lucian's Alexander the False Prophet. I am as disappointed as Jeff that there are to be no more.
Let's just pause there a moment and appreciate that.
Yeah.
And let that sink in. There will be no more.
There will be.
Okay. Right? Continue.
Exactly. He says, I still have 7 minutes to go, so maybe Dave relents. Did Dave relent?
He did not.
He did not.
he relenteth not.
Right.
And I have to say that this individual, Mr. Flynn, pointing it out, makes me even less likely to relent.
Really?
Yes.
It makes you just want to dig in?
That's right. I'm now even more unrelenting. There will be no Lucian on my watch.
I got you. And I think if Thomas is a regular listener to the podcast, he should have realized that.
He should have known. Does he even listen to the show?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, don't provoke me or I'll be more unrelenting.
Right. Does he have anything else here for us?
Yes, indeed he does.
Before we get into that, can I just share just a little bit?
Yeah, I'd like to hear this.
What's going on? So, if you've been to the grocery store lately,
yes,
the prices are up. Right?
Oh, yes.
It's tough, right? So I thought, it's the summer months. My teaching load is lighter. I thought maybe I'd try to make a little extra scratch. Right? And I don't know how to do this. I thought maybe you can sell some things on that internet.
Right.
And so I was talking to my wife about this.
I don't know where this is going.
I said, I've noticed people really, they love knickknacks, and maybe I could like craft some knickknacks and or sell them or teach people how to make them.
Right.
And she said, it's all inside your head. She said to me.
Okay.
And but I was going.
This business opportunity. She's saying
it's nonsense, right?
Okay.
And so, but I decided I came up with this kind of admittedly weird idea. I found a way to kind of shape sponges into bread shapes.
Okay.
All right. So you take your sponge and you make it into a little bread shape, and it looks like a nice little knickknack, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying this.
Just slow down here.
Yes.
Buddy.
Okay.
Listen, you had this business idea.
Yes.
People love knickknacks.
Yes, they do.
You're gonna take bread and shape it into like a sponge shape.
Opposite. Take sponge and turning it into a bread shape.
Like a piece of bread. So there's the knickknack.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I thought as I was getting more successful at this, that it would be even more money like teaching people how to do this, right?
Okay.
And so my wife, she was not on board. She was saying, she was saying, slip out the back jack, make a new plan stand. And she had no time for this. But I went ahead and I wrote and I self-published a book on how to do this. And it's called 50 Ways to Loaf Your Loofah.
Oh my goodness. So it's 50 ways to leave your lover?
Right.
So you came up with the title of the book is 50 ways to loaf your loofah.
Yes. Welcome, listeners, to episode 155 of the Ad Nauseam podcast. My name is Dr. Jeff Winkle. I'm down here in the bunker at Vomitorium. We're South. I can never get my cardinal points right. Vomitorium South. I'm here. It's an early morning for us, which is very rare.
You know why you can't get your directions right?
Why is that right?
You never went through orientation.
Oh, man. Out of the box, even this early. That's not bad. Not bad.
All right.
But I'm down here with my good friend and co-host, Dr. David Noe. How you feeling, Dave?
This is early morning, Jeff.
It is.
You are the morning owl, whatever that is.
I know, but
so if there's a night owl, what's the morning animal?
I guess it's the early bird.
The early bird,
right? But nobody knows which bird.
I don't know, but I'm typically lucubrating, and you're the early bird. So did you get the worm this morning?
I did not.
Okay.
I thought when we had talked about finding time to record this, and we can do an early morning. I thought that's going to be fine.
Yeah.
For me.
Right.
But for whatever reason, did not sleep well last night. And I'm having I hope this doesn't show that I'm having a rough time getting going.
See.
Yeah. We shall see. Yeah.
So you're feeling okay?
I'm doing okay.
All right.
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
But one of my avocations here, if I may, for just a moment.
Please do.
And probably the listener can guess where this is going. So I've been reading some physics lately.
Really?
I've been interested in some physics.
Okay.
And I've been interested in one Alfred Bernhard Nobel.
Oh, yeah.
He was born in October 1833, so Wikipedia tells me. He died in December 1896, a chemist, inventor, engineer, and businessman. He is known for inventing...
dynamite, right?
Yes. As well as having bequeathed his fortune to establish the Nobel Prize. That's the first time I've heard Wikipedia use bequeath.
Yeah.
Since I'm cribbing from their website.
Yes.
A member of the prominent Nobel family, Nobel displayed an early aptitude for science and learning, particularly in chemistry and languages. He became fluent in 6 languages.
Wow.
And filed his first patent at the age of 24.
That's incredible.
Yeah, how old were you, Jeff, when you filed your first patent?
All my patents are still pending.
Still pending.
Yeah.
Okay, me too. It goes on. He embarked on many business ventures with his family, most notably owning the company Bofors, which was an iron and steel producer that he had developed into a major manufacturer of cannons and other armaments. Nobel's most famous invention, dynamite, was an explosive using nitroglycerin that was patented in 1867.
Yes.
But what I came across, which was really interesting, was that his mother, Carolina Andriette Nobel, the mother of the famous scientist, was actually very fond of Alfred. She loved him dearly. She used to say things like, "He's got a smile that seems to me to remind me of childhood memories when everything was as fresh and as bright as the bright blue sky."
Yes.
Now and then when she would see his face, it would take her away to a special place. And if she stared too long, she'd probably break down and cry. And I guess Alfred was a handsome man, too. Did you know this?
I had no idea.
He had eyes of the bluest skies, as if they thought of rain. His mother wasn't sure she would hate to look into those eyes and see even an ounce of pain. His hair, I guess he had a nice head of hair, too. So his mom would say that his hair reminds her of a warm, safe place where as a child she'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass her by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that.
Do you know where Alfred Nobel was from?
Where was that?
You don't know?
I don't know. He was from Sweden?
Yeah. So I think that his mother might say that he was her Swede child of mine.
As you start to go through the lyrics, of course, I'm thinking, okay, what's the punchline? I couldn't get it though, and
there's a reason.
Okay,
this is stupid. That's why this is a stupid gag.
Oh, I loved it. I think that's what I needed at this early hour.
Something ridiculous.
I have to tell you,
prime the pump of creativity.
Right. And yesterday, as I was driving around,
I
was thinking about, okay, when my turn comes up, what's the next thing? And that song actually crossed my mind. Oh, really?
And I got it.
You got it.
I snuck in. I don't know, Jeff. After working, again, canceling all my appointments yesterday, working on this for 12, 13 hours, maybe it's time to retire this gag.
Have we reached its limits?
I kind of wonder.
Right.
I was trying to, that, what's the name? Is it Golding who wrote that novel about the boys trapped on the island?
Oh, the Lord of the Flies. Right?
That's correct.
Yes.
So I spent a lot of time on that one, and Lard of the Flies. was something about bacon and unwanted insects.
You could also do like Lord of the Fries.
I tried that too.
Yeah, right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And I turned to Jane Austen.
Yes.
Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I was just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Wow. And what I find is when my mind gets on that track, then I just set aside all the other stuff I should be doing.
Yes.
And I become obsessed with finding the perfect pun.
Yes. Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 156. My name is Dr. David C. Noe. I'm here in the Vomitorium South. That would be the basement of the RHB bookstore and coffee shop. And I'm with my good friend and fabulous co-host, Dr. Jeffrey T. As in what? Terrific?
Terrific. I'll take it. Yeah,
Jeffrey Terrific Winkle. Yes. How are you, Jeff?
I'm feeling good. I'm back from a week's vacation up in the beautiful woods of northern Michigan.
Were you actually in the woods, or were you mostly sitting in a lawn chair on a dock, something like that?
We were woods adjacent.
Okay.
It was mostly on the beach, on the shores of Lake Michigan. It was great. It was wonderful. But it's good to be back down in the vomitorium.
Is that near Michigumi?
Michigumi? I'm not sure where Michigumi is.
Is the song by Gordon Lightfoot?
It's Gitchigumi, isn't it?
Gitchigumi. Right. Sorry, the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Right, we weren't that far north. Gitchigumi, that's the word for Lake Superior.
Is that Lake Superior? So Gitchigumi is Lake Superior?
I believe so.
So what is Lake Michigan?
I don't know what is. Isn't Michigan its
maybe it's
name?
Michigan.
It could be. Right.
So you're on vacation.
Yeah.
You're back. You're in fine fettle.
I am. I think so. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well, actually. Thank you.
Yes.
It's been a great week of nice temperatures. Got a lot of exercise in this week, which always makes me feel good.
Excellent.
And I've been eating well, sleeping fairly well, and quite productive.
All good. Checking all the boxes.
That's correct.
Yes. So I had to mention from vacation is one of the things that I do on this kind of large extended family vacation. I do all the cooking.
That's what I remember.
Right, and so I like to start the week with a pizza, like a specialty pizza. But my brother-in-law who comes in, he's also a specialty pizza maker, and so we disagree.
This would be Beck's brother.
We disagree on kind of the process, and so I was making this Chicago-style pizza, and I was putting these slices of mozzarella on there. And he goes, dude, you got to shred it.
Okay.
It tastes much better. I said, come on, that doesn't make any difference. He goes, trust me. It makes a difference. So I shredded my own mozzarella, and I have to say he was right.
Okay.
So I went on this big kick, right?
Okay.
And if you buy the block of cheese and then you shred it, it makes everything better. So I'm taking it to the masses, and I'm calling it "Make America Great Again." So like how I kept that short. I'm trying to keep it short.
Man, make them great again.
Exactly right.
My fear, Jeff.
Yes.
Even as you were developing this, can I share? Can I share my fears for just a moment?
Yeah.
My fear that this was going to be is that this was going to be some classic rock deep cut.
Oh.
And there would be lyrics that I didn't know.
Yeah.
From I don't know, Pink Floyd or
one of these bands that you just dismiss out of hand.
Well, I just don't know them.
Gotcha.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
And you would have worked really hard on this and to be very clever, and then I wouldn't get it, and I'd have that deer in the headlights look that I have so often. People tell me jokes.
Yeah.
And if I don't get it, I'm just not socially capable of laughing.
Yeah.
If I don't, this.
That's one of the things I really like about you, Dave.
Really?
I do.
I don't know how to laugh if I don't find it funny.
Yes. Right.
And I feel like it's a social failing, but other people are deeply hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had people say to me, "Oh, so only you can be funny? Only you can tell?" It's just I don't get it, so I don't know what to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't.
I'm glad
one of those.
I
things.
didn't lead you down there. Welcome, listeners, to episode 157 of the Ad Nauseam podcast. I'm down in the bunker. My name is Dr. Jeff Winkle. I'm here on a rare Saturday night. That's how dedicated we are to this podcast. That's the night where we're usually out, hitting the scene, and
tripping the light fantastic.
Exactly. But here we are, dedicated to bringing classical goodness to the masses. And I'm here.
Regular Steve Martin and Dan Aykroyd, right?
Exactly, right. A couple of wild and crazy guys.
That's correct.
That's right. So I'm here as always. That other voice that you're hearing, if you're brand new to the podcast, is my co-host and good friend, Dr. David Noe. How you feeling tonight, Dave?
I'm doing pretty well, Jeff. On the whole, I'd have to say. Yeah. That's about all I got.
That's all you got tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The muse, she's she can be fickle.
She can be very fickle.
Right.
Yep.
Sometimes you feel a certain sense of inspiration about the subjects on which you're going to expatiate with preciosity.
Yes.
Other times you don't really feel that.
So where are you tonight?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hope that muse comes flying in at any moment now.
But you're doing well, Jeff?
I'm feeling good. Yeah. As we were just talking before we hit record, I'm feeling good. I'm itching to get back into the classroom.
Yes.
So I've been away for, it's almost.
They have medicine for that.
They do?
Yeah, the itching.
The itching. Oh, yeah, exactly. Just some sort of cream.
That's correct.
Or maybe some oil.
Talcum.
To rub on ourselves, as we might get into later in this chapter. Right?
So you're talking about the theme for tonight.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. What is the theme for tonight?
The theme for tonight is Mahru.
Oh, yes. Okay.
This is going to be part 2 of Mahru and chapter 3, the title of which is Physical Education.
Yes, and this is a continuation of a now fairly long series on this book, right?
Yes, I think this will be number 12. We're going to get through the whole book at some point.
Yep.
And my thinking is that not everyone in our audience is as interested in a history of education in antiquity as we are, but that's okay because they don't have to listen to every one of these episodes.
Right.
But I mean, let's face it, the book is hard to find. If you find it, you're not likely to read it.
Yes.
So we're doing the hard work for you.
Yes.
You can kick back and listen along if you'd like with the occasional inane blather.
Right.
To, sweeten the pill.
So what you're trying to say to the audience is stop complaining.
Correct.
And appreciate what we're trying to do for
exactly.
you. Exactly. I got
That's
you.
right.
Yeah.
But speaking of complaining, I've just lately I've been keeping a close watch on this heart of mine.
Yes.
I've been keeping my eyes wide open.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I've kept the ends out for the tie that binds. And as I've been doing this in a kind of a 1956 mood with a little bit of a boom chicka boom or sort of a freight train kind of rhythm.
I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I've been doing that, I've been thinking, even as I do that, I find it very, very easy to be true. And I find myself sometimes alone when each day is through.
Okay.
And when I do that, I think maybe I should have, something to drink, like a Moscato or a Riesling or a Pinot Grigio or a Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Maybe a Sauvignon Blanc, a Merlot, a Bordeaux, a Cabernet Sauvignon, a Pinot Noir, a Zinfandel, or maybe a Shiraz.
Yes.
Or maybe even a Malbec.
Okay.
And as I've been enjoying these different varietals, I've been thinking I should kind of keep track of which ones I like more than others.
Sounds like a good idea.
Some kind of a system just to be sure, right? Because I don't want to lose track of which of the different wines are more pleasing than the others, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And as sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. I'm constantly thinking about this and the podcast. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. And so as I was thinking of what kind of a system should I use, I thought, should I go dry erase? Right? With those, those markers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
You
right.
must use these in the classroom sometimes.
Oh,
and you have to spray
and wipe it down.
With that kind of alcohol-y kind of substance, you wipe it down with a dirty, dirty rag.
Yes.
And I thought, no, that's not the way to go.
Okay.
I thought the way to go is to go old-fashioned.
Oh, how old school are we talking here?
We're talking green.
Okay.
With those little white sticks.
Yes.
Right? And we're talking maybe black.
Yeah.
Sometimes the kind of thing you could scrape your fingernails across and get that terrible shiver up and down your spine.
Yeah.
And I decided that I would do that. So every time I would try one of these new varietals, I would scratch it out there on the board. And I realized that because you're mine, I chalk the wine.
Oh, man. Well done. I had no idea where that was going, but that was great.
Yeah, thanks.
You pulled out.
Did I?
You did the trick. You pulled the with the tablecloth and you whip it out, and all the glasses and stuff are still there.
Right. The plates go into the guests' laps, right? And the soup goes down their cravat, probably.
Yeah.
But at least the silverware stayed in place.
There we go. Nicely done.
Thank you. So you know who we're talking about here.
Are we still talking
the
about
great Johnny Cash?
Of course, right. The walk the line.
1956.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Apparently that's called the boom chicka boom kind of rhythm.
Yes, exactly. Which he
freight train.
He was a pioneer of.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Welcome, Ad Nauseam listeners, to episode 158 of our little podcast. As always, my name is Dr. David C. Noe. I am here in the basement of the Vomitorium South, down in the bunker with my good friend and fantastic co-host, Dr. Jeffrey T. Winkle. How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm feeling great. You know what I was just musing upon?
Yes.
Is that I think in just a few days, it'll be our 4-year anniversary.
Our quadriversary. I was thinking of that same thing.
It's incredible. It's flown by.
It has. Man. Remember we were sitting on the deck thinking about let's have some kind of a podcast, and then we were crouched beneath that quilt trying to create some sort of acoustic ambiance.
Yes, I remember it was your idea that you said you came by and you asked me, hey, do you want to do a podcast for the next 10 years? I think you said, yes.
And it was your idea to come up with a great name.
Ad nauseam. That's right. Yeah. Yep, fantastic. I'm doing well. How are you feeling?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good.
I took up a new sport last week, as threatened. Do you remember?
Oh, that's right. You've been pickleballing.
I was pickleballing last week.
How did that go?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. It went so well that I'm thinking about going professional.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm going to enter the maybe the Kentucky Dilby.
That's huge.
Yeah, or maybe the Vlasic Classic.
Also very prestigious.
Yeah, and if they're not available, maybe I'll throw my hat into the Diltona 500.
Oh man. Oh, you think you're ready for those?
I'm probably not.
Okay, all right.
It's a strange sport. You should try it sometime. I hesitate to call it a sport.
Right.
It's the scoring is complex.
It's not the same scoring as tennis. It's
no, similar but harder. And it was my wife who said, and with her usual wit, I think the goal of this game is to get old people moving and to make the scorekeeping hard so they have to think hard about it.
Oh, okay.
And that's true.
Gotcha. So it exercises the brain.
And the body at the same time.
Is it kind of like lazy man's tennis? Is it?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No?
I'm afraid of getting lynched. It's become so popular.
It is really popular.
I had a good time. We should go play sometime.
It looks like fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah.
So imagine hitting a wiffle ball with a frying pan. Is
that what it is?
That's about the level. But how are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing well. I don't know if I mentioned on the show, but my wife and I just celebrated our 20-year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
It was great. And so, when you have anniversaries, you think back. And we were reminiscing about an early time in our marriage where we made some stupid decisions.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, what? No, are you feeling something coming?
Something. All right.
Well, we made some stupid decisions and we got into some serious debt.
Okay.
Stupid debt. And I did not react to it well at all. And I kind of went fetal.
Oh, no.
And my wife had to get an extra job. She was working the diner all day. I had to put my 6-string in hock. It was tough. And we had this good friend who had a beach house. And they said, listen, save some money, stay there as long as you want. But the problem was, all I did is I just went out on the dock and just laid in the sun. I wasn't doing anything. My wife was going to work. She's getting really upset. She's like, all of the debt was on her back, right? And every day I'd just be out there laying on the dock in the sun. And one day she came home and we had made.
I am so lost at this point. Right? I won't ruin it, but we can talk about it afterwards. Keep going.
Yeah. So she was doing these extra shifts at the diner.
Right.
She had paid off about maybe 50% of our debt. And one day she just had it. And she came out to me. I was on the dock and says, "Listen. I know. Listen. Look at our debt. We're halfway there, but you're just loafing on a pier."
Come on. So it was Bon Jovi.
It was
loafing on a pier.